Good evening. It is Sunday, June 16th, 2013. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. This is your Island Blader speaking. Here's what's happening. Well. Despite the fact that the season is pretty much dead, the Mets came out this afternoon and survived, not getting swept by a team probably just as inept as they are, the Chicago Cubs, as they won 4-3 in dramatic fashion this afternoon, down 3-0. They come back. Marlon Byrd hits a solo shot. The second time in a few days that he has hit a ninth inning home run and, trying to rally the Mets. And then all of a sudden, and for Carlos Marmol, for what he is, I know he's quite the favorite person in Chicago. You know how much they just love him over there in Cubs Nation. But Carlos Marmol only got one out, and that was upon a sacrifice. There was a single, there was a walk to Duda, then a single by John Buck, and then the sacrifice by Omar Quintanilla got them to second and third. And then Kirk Nieuwenhuis, it's like, whatever. Kirk Nieuwenhuis golfs the pitch right off the Pepsi sign. Game over, Mets won 4-3. I mean, in a game where, once again, they had chance after chance. But also bear this in mind that they gave up 2 of those 3 runs they gave up to the Cubs were unearned. Because, this is not excusing the fact about the ineptitude of this baseball team. The circus that they gave up there in the top of the 5th inning there, they're down 1-0, and then all of a sudden you sit there and you see like a big fiasco there. Alfonso Soriano grounds one to David Wright. David Wright makes a nice diving stop, and then he gives it a sidearm that goes way above the reach of Murphy at first base. This is reminding there was first and second on. And then ball gets away, second run scores, and then Murphy tries to make a play to Buck. It gets away from Buck, which allowed the and after John Buck, misses it. Then I think it was Wright again, or whomever it was, that actually throws it to Buck and misses, and the guy from first base, comes all the way around to score, giving it 3-0 Chicago. And you're sitting there and you're like, can you believe this? It's bad enough that with the ineptitude of this baseball team, that it's bad enough that, we paid just to go to a game. And I know today was Father's Day, and I know that, it's a day out to go to the game and everything else, because we're sitting there and you're like, all right, this is between this and the All-Star game. Those 2 things will probably be the last time you get a decent crowd at Citi Field for the season. Look, the Mets are 25-39. The Cubs, if not for Carlos Marmol's implosion, you would think the Cubs would stop trusting Carlos Marmol. And, see him throw his little tantrum after the game was over. Really. But, you never know. And now the Mets go and take the road. They're probably in the air right now on their way to Atlanta. On an 11-game 4-city road trip, they have 5 games with Atlanta. This is initially a 4-game series, but a rainout from, I believe, May 4th made a doubleheader on Tuesday. And then after that, they go to Philadelphia and the Cheesesteaks and, the girlfriend's team. And then after that is 2 with the Chicago White Sox at U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. And then a quick makeup game in Denver before they come home for the Nationals on June 28th. So, again, the Mets, it doesn't excuse the ineptitude that they put up all weekend long. From Friday night, obviously, going down 5-0 before, a lot of people could take their seats. People are probably still in the concession stands getting their $8 French fries at Citi Field. They're already down 5-0. And then, from there, they lost 6-3 Friday. I didn't see Saturday's game, thank God. And then this. So, you smile today, but then tomorrow and the next day and everything else. Atlanta, first place. They're not the hot team that they started out being. They were just 13, 14-2 to start the year, whatever they were. Obviously, they're not obviously not that anymore. I think they're around 40. I think they have 40 wins right now, 40 and 27ish, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we get ready for that. And the Phillies, who've been, flirting with 500. Outside of the Atlanta, the National League East has been, 500 or worse. The Nationals, the Phils, You know, they're the ones, you know, level pegging with 500, while, you know, the Mets and the Marlins are whatever. Well, speaking of those world beaters, the Miami Marlins, they did take 2 out of 3 from St. Louis. You know, you surprise, surprise. You know, the worst team in the majors taking 2 out of 3 from the best team in the majors. You know, so for what it's worth. And I want to apologize for the eye contact. This camera is just acting weird. You know, I'm trying to look at the eye here, and yeah. But anyway, yes. So again, you know, the Mets, for what it's worth, ever since the Yankees series, they've only won. Is it 3 games now? I can't even remember. That's how sad. That's how sad it is. You know. But yeah, actually, it is 3 games. They beat one Washington, St. Louis, and then today. But still gonna be a long year. Still gonna be a long year. But no, a year ago, the Mets were something to smile about, despite the low expectations, and now it's just like they're being exactly what they're expected to be. You know, honestly. But whatever. Anyway, I'm salty. I'm dirty. But, you know, hey, I'm chilling out. It's, you know, Father's Day and everything else. Just came back from basketball. You know, me and my nice obsidian blue sneakers. Huh? Yeah, they're nothing special. You know, Jordans, but obsidian blue. Cute color, I have to admit. Anyway, with that said, this is your Island Blader peacing out for now. Again, salute to all the dads out there. You know, hope you enjoy Father's Day to your liking. And yeah, just remember though, every day is Father. Every day should be Father's Day. Every day should be Mother's Day. It's just mothers tend to appreciate when it's their day in May more than Father's Day in June. Just, yeah. Anyway, deuces for now.